All right, let's look and see how live view can help us determine the exact depth of field we're going to get in the picture before we even take the photograph. Now remember that small numbers, like what we have here, 1.4, give you a nice small slice of focus, and we can actually see that here, that these two leaves are mostly out of focus and there's just one little point of focus, and large numbers like f22 will give us a large slice of focus. Now normally when we look through the view camera, if you watch the aperture number there, it's at 1.4, I can change it to all sorts of numbers and nothing's happening in the picture at all. There's no effect. So how are we getting that large slice and small slice of focus? Well, what we need to do is we need to tell the camera to stop the aperture down to the shooting aperture to show us the exact effect that aperture is going to give us. Now in this case, I don't want those leaves to be all blurry. I want them to be really sharp all the way across. If you magnify this to 5x, you'll notice that there's really only one point of focus here, one thin slice of focus. And we can adjust the focus in live view simply by going into manual focus and turning the focus ring, and we can get precise focus if we want. But really, in this scene, all we have is a single point of focus, and I want the whole leaves to be in focus. So I know that if I put it at f22, I put the aperture at f22, and then I take a picture, that I'll get the most focus possible. But how much will I get? Well, if we push our depth of field preview button on the camera, you need to find that on your camera, look in your camera manual. When I push the button, what will happen is it will show me the exact effect of f22. There. Now I've pressed the button, I'm holding the depth of field preview button down, and notice that the background leaf is sharp and the foreground leaf is sharp all the way from the top to the bottom. So that's what f22 is going to give me. Here's what 1.4 would give me. Here's what f22 would give me. So the power of depth of field preview in live view is you can exactly see how much sharpness you're going to get before you even take the picture. And if you want, you can even hold down your depth of field preview button and rotate the aperture dial, and you can see various different effects, various different amounts of sharpness. And here we're going right back to blurry. So you can actually, in live view, in live time, see what the depth of field is going to be just by rotating your aperture dial and holding down the depth of field preview button. That's a pretty powerful tool, and not all cameras have it. Not all cameras will engage depth of field preview when you're in live view, but a number of them do. So just try it on your camera and see if it works, and if it does, you're really good to go.